doggies. Had to get up and stay up this morning. It's freaking cold. If there's nobody feeding the stove, we don't stay warm. So I've been up. Third shift, baby. Went through a lot of wood. Excuse me. Oh, retouch. Kicking out some heat now, though. See if we can't put one more log on there for a second. Put too many on there and the stove stinks. Gets too hot. Alright. I know what time it is. My kitty. Not tuna time yet. Oh, it's so cold. It's so cold, Coon. Hi, guys. It's so cold, Chef Coon. Good morning, brother. Oh, good morning, dude. I'll set this down for a second. Oh, good morning, Chef Poopy. All of you guys, huh? Oh, dude. Come on. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Morning, banger. You guys want to go pee-pee with Daddy? Come on. Let's go inside. Good job. You guys ready to go pee-pee? Oh, it's so cold out there, yo. It's so cold out there. Come on, Tai-Tai. You coming? Come on, honey. Hurry up. You want to go pee-pee? Come on. You can jump down. There you go. Come on, be careful. 1, 2, 3. Oh, girl. I know how to do it, Daddy. Shut up, Daddy. I know how to do it, man. Ah, full moon like a mall fall. Good morning. Big full moon. Call that the 420 full moon. That'd be the 420 full moon, y'all. Yes, you should sub, my friend. Bentley, this is the channel to be, brother. You should sub me up, my friend. Give me a hug now. Friends for life, dude. Cabin life, husky life, Jesus life. Freezes my butt off life. Cold feet life. God bless you life. Wood stove life. Husky life. Don't call, Daddy. It's cold out here. Like 0 degrees right now. Oh, good boy. Why are you crying already? Yesterday I didn't run my Huskies till around 11 in the afternoon. Normally we go first thing in the morning, but it was 0 degrees when we woke up, so too cold for their feet. They don't even realize it, but their feet will freeze. You coming in? Come on. Cold, dude. Good boy. That's what I thought. Okay, who's left? Just Bear? Come on. There we go. Cold. I sat into the burning pier. Same old trip, it was back there. So I made a big mistake. Trapping me is on my way. Into the burning pier. You often don't get what you want in life, but you always get what you need. You get what you need. I think I've got an idea. Good morning, guys. Motherfucking Husky Nation, bitches. Good morning. My girl. That's my big girl. That's my big girl right there. I weigh 100 pounds. I'm big girl, Daddy. I'm big girl, Daddy. Get you guys some milk. Get you guys some milk here. Hang on. Daddy's being bad boy. Bad boy, Daddy. Bad boy, bad boy. I want to thank our awesome neighbors up the road and whoever plowed out here. We got some gas money for you. we got our plow coming soon. But whoever did it, thank you very much. We're gonna throw you guys some money here. Girl, into the burning pit. Same old trip, it was back then. So I made a big mistake. Every once in a while, it's fun to say, fuck it. Every once in a while. Right, Stinky? Oh, she loves it. Woo! She's blazing hot now, guys. She's a blaze. Oh, diggy boompa. Bella Bega boompa. You ready to go doodah? Come on, let's get that groove on. Ding, ding, ding. A ding, ding, ding. Superstar. Superstar. Yeah, I have a dog named Bear too because when he was a puppy, him and his brother, he's got a twin brother, and they looked like bears. Not so much now, but when they were puppies, husky puppies, this guy came out looking just like a little bear. That's funny. Yeah, and they also he came out looking like a raccoon. That's why we called him Coon. His name's Chef Coon. My wife's a chef. My wife's a Thai chef, and he looked like a raccoon, so we called him Chef Coon. Right? That's Chef Coon. You look like a raccoon. You looked like a raccoon when you was a baby. Ah. All that. What's your problem, man? What's your problem, wanting belly rub already? Huh? What's your problem, Shakun? Yep. This is why I'm alive. These guys right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. More, Daddy, more. I said stop, Daddy. Collaborate and listen. Ice in the house with a brand new invention. Did you stop? No, I just drove by, kept on, pursuing to the next stop. Let's go. I'm fucking fuck you up, dude. What's your problem, man? You wanna fucking do it, coon? You wanna do it, big boy? Let's go. Let's go. Somebody's up there. Come on, let's check it out. Let's go check out our full moon equation. Let's check out the equation, people. Wow. That's a hell of an equation. You guys want to see what cabin life in the... I'll walk out with my little slippers. I'll show you guys what my little... That's what we look like. There we are. Oh yeah. This is my yard. Kind of dark. Kind of dark out here. Yeah, man. I've got a dog, his name is Jed, looking like a motherfucking jungle bear. How you doing? Another dog. Another dog. Another dog. Got a couple dogs over. There's another dog. There's another dog. Doggone it. Doggone it. Doggone it. My kitty's waiting for her tuna. I thought we had another kitty up here, up there sleeping. She must have got out already. Normally she'd be up and at 'em. Let me, let us not judge my mess. I've been up all night. Not all night, but stoking the stove. Stoking the stove, you know how that goes. Staying prayed up. You know, that's the main thing. I've got my armor on. You got to stay prayed up, prayed up. Priggy, pray, prue, prop. You know how to do it, however you do it. Wherever you do it, whenever you do it. I personally am praying, like, at all times. You know what I mean? That feeling, it's like you're just always aware of Jesus. You're always aware of how blessed you are. That's me. Even in the hardest of times, I just buckle up and talk to my man. You know what I mean? Jesus knows I'm appreciative. Anyways, hope y'all are doing good out there in the real world. In the real world, wherever you are, you could be in a city, you could be in another country, you could be in downtown LA right now having coffee. Isn't that cool? I'm happen to be up here in the woods, sitting in the middle of nowhere. Once again, I want to thank my awesome neighbors for plowing. We'll have our plow. Give me 2 more weeks. This week is my front end work. Next week's plow install. It's coming quick. I can't wait to give back to the neighborhood and plow for everybody. You know what I mean? That's who I am in nature anyways, but I just don't have a plow. Not easy to plow for the neighborhood when you don't have a plow. What's my excuse for not having a plow? Money. I'm the richest poor guy you'll ever meet. That's me, the rich poor guy. Super rich, but no money. And I'll take it all day long. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I would not trade it for the world. I am the richest man on YouTube that doesn't have any money. I'm not joking. Oh, I hear my doggy out there. Let me close this for safety. Safety first, children. Safety first, children. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Oh, yeah, Chef Coon. Sorry, Coon. Daddy's out there talking. Get in here, big boy. It's cold. Cold out there, Daddy. Leave me out there. What's your problem, Daddy? Leave me on the porch, man. Don't you fucking forget about me, Daddy? Oh, Belle. Oh, Belle's got an empty bowl. That's her. That's her. Don't come around me. My bowl's empty. Bark. Okay. Okay, we'll get some food for you, girl. That's her. Well, I can't say it's second bowl this morning because I've been up all night. But I've been up. But when we filled this, like 12 o'clock last night, we filled it. So I'll give you half a cup. There you go. We're on a diet out here, supposedly. All right. Time for tuna. Time for tuna. Excuse the mess, but no shame in my game. Cabin life, animal life, Jesus life first and foremost. Let me rephrase that. Anyways, time for some tuna. Time for some tuna. Time to take these sweaty ass slippers off though. Floors are ice cold. They stay cold. End of that story pretty much. No need to elaborate. We better love your mate. Try not to hate. White, black state. The animal we ate. A guilt debate. Edge serrate. Liberate. We might as well fascinate. We could probably recreate. Annihilate. Atomic fate. A guilt debate. The edge serrate. We all rotate. Live, baby, live. Now that the day is over, you've got a new sensation. Oh, all right, I'm coming. I can take the slippers off, but I can't walk barefoot. Our floors are like pretty much ice out here on the perimeter. We of stone, immaculate. Riders on the storm. Take it on holiday. Let your children play. But if you give this man a ride, sweet memory will die. Killer on the road. Shout out to my neighbors for plowing. Can't thank you enough, y'all. I'm coming, sweetie. Daddy's slow. What time is it? 4:30 already? Yes, it is. Let's just see. Let's just see. Here. Look at something pleasant. This is nasty. Every angle I boom, it don't matter. If I go there, it's still nasty in here. So, whatever. Wish I had better for you, YouTube, but I don't. You know what I mean? Wish I had better for you. I wish I was, at a condo in Miami overlooking southern Florida. But then what would my dogs be doing? They'd be miserable. You know what I mean? So, anyways, here we are in the shed, being happy. Damn it, you're going to be happy no matter what I say. Damn it, let's be happy. All right, happy on 3. 1, 2, 3, happy. All right. Okay, let's find, if we can find the opener in the middle of this mess that we call forever. I'm coming, sweetie. Daddy's coming, sweetie. All right, well, I feel blessed. How about you guys, even with a puffy eye? I feel blessed, man. This is awesome. You guys feel blessed? I feel damn blessed. What does it take to feel blessed in your life? I mean, you know what I mean? Once you think about it, what are your blessings? I'll start with waking up. Start with waking up. It's like, wow. I'm still in the light. Yeah, I know. I know, my love. This is my best girl right here. I've got 9 best girls here. Right? Here's my babies. I gotta get the juice out. Her daddy gets splashed all over, and everybody knows tuna in my face isn't my favorite thing to do at 4 in the morning. My can opener's broke, but that's the story of my life. But it still works good if you just squeeze it and go around. I'll show you how we gotta do it here at the cabin. And I became addicted to the click. Each click is a sensation when you're cutting through the can. It's like, who wants to twist it anyways? I'd rather just click it. It's kind of a sensation that relieves the tension. It's like when you paint walls, that sensation, wet on dry. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys are into that, or when you're rubbing newspaper. Oh, I can't stand that one. Hands on the chalkboard type thing. Anyways, every click, it goes through the can, and it's just like, wow, feels so cool. All right, when you're done clicking, time for them to start licking. Don't be stealing my quotes now, people. Come here, my love. You're done licking anyway. Let's get some liquid gold here. All right, a little water in that party. She likes just a little splash of water in her tuna. Not much. Couple. Make it a little juicy for her. Not all the cats like that, but that cat does. I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. Just joking. I don't drink. And I don't recommend you guys drink either. But I'm not going to lie, I've been craving a cold beer. That's probably why I don't drink. You know what I mean? Who wants to crave anything besides Jesus? It's the only thing I should ever crave is the Lord's presence. Now we gotta find the water to drink, guys. We gotta find some water. We need water. Okay, let's fill the water. Come on, Daddy. Fill the water, dogs. Hold on. Got a lot of bowls here. Okay. I know this one's drinking water. We should be good to go on this one, right, guys? Alright, you want some tuna, Coon? Daddy's running behind here. Daddy's running behind. Alright, where are we at here? Let me get you guys a better view of this mess that we call forever. And that's a mighty long time. And I'm here to tell you, there's something else. The afterlife. A world of never-ending happiness. You can always see the sun, day or night. So when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one. Talk to him, everything's going to be all right. Instead of asking how much of your mind is left, you better ask him how much of your time is left. The late, great Prince. We miss Prince, y'all. We miss Prince, don't we? Speaking of Prince, you guys want to see my artwork yet? Is it time for artwork? No, I'm not done with my chores. All right, let's get a close-up of my true love. That's Miles, or Smiles. I call her Miles. But anyways, we're going to fill up our water. I should show you that. I should show you Daddy filling up my water because half of it's on the floor. Usually. Alright. Well, it's not easy to put a 5-gallon jug into a half of a liter. You know what I mean? That's a hell of a transition. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Doing good over here. Puddle number 2. Oh, puddle number 3. Don't take much, but... Oh. Alright, so, here. Do a little drink for you. I'm coming, Coon. Come here, my love. I know you need some more water. There you go. Here, right here. You're not done. You're not done. Alright, Coon, you want a bite, Tuna? Come here. Alright, everybody wants a bite today? No problem. Give you a bite right there. Wow, Coon's hungry or what? Or is that just because the camera's on? There's a bite for you. All 3 dogs are right here. Bear, you're not in line for Tuna? Bear, you don't want none, brother? I guess my other cats are outside. I thought they were up top sleeping, but they would have been down already. They would have been down already. We have a little loft area. Well, I say little, but it's actually 34 feet long up there. Lots of room for cats to... That's usually where our cats are at. Alright, what am I doing with this bowl? Too much tuna. Now I smell like tuna, but... What do you do? What do you do? Come here, girl. I know that's your bowl. You think I'm crazy? Daddy get in trouble if I give that one away. I know what's up. I know who's who. Damn, I did get that all over my leg, of course. Anyways, that's how we do it. We're getting rid of these 2 big tables. We got a few things to do. We're working on the exterior stuff. Trucks, cars, snowmobiles, plows. That's what we're focused on. That's what season it is. You know, that's where my mind is in the winter. Survival mode out here. Basically. Thank you to my neighbors for plowing, though. We appreciate it greatly. Our plow's coming, and that's the way it is. We'll take care of everybody. Once we get our plow, I'll plow for life. That's just what I want to do and who I am anyway. We don't want to step on people's toes plowing because, you know, people like to plow their own way, but we definitely want to contribute. You know what I mean? If you don't want us to, we'll just do our own shit. No big deal. Again, I just want to be loved. Come on, love me. Let her enjoy her ball. You just licked yours. Come on. Give her a minute. Don't rush her like that. You always picking on the kitty. You're always picking on the kitty, aren't you? Alright, let's finish doing absolutely nothing. Alrighty. Well, can't lie, I had a pork steak yesterday. Slipped right up and had some pork steaks, but they were so damn good. Slow cook it on that stove. Just leave it, set it there, and go. Go do your woodwork. Go do your whatever you're doing. Come back in a couple hours and it just melts in your mouth. I don't care what I cook on this stove. Everything tastes better out here. Everything tastes better. I have a dog named Bear, cause yeah, I heard that, brother. Just reading your comment. Should I sub? Laugh alone. That's funny. Right on, right on. Well, good morning to you guys. Early morning here at the cabin. Doing it. How beautiful. No shame in our game. We're blessed. This is my art studio / husky cabin / temple / get my butt kicked / digging out of the snow / cleaning the roof once it's daylight / then I'm going to cut some wood / down by the river / slashes are like life, you know, like husky life / husky da-da-da / that's what we're doing. Everything's life, like cabin life, husky life / Thai life / you know what I mean? You're trying to be, everything's a hashtag now is kind of what I'm getting at. You're looking at 100 different hashtags in here. Carry my own water, hashtag. Lacing up my boots, hashtag. You know what I mean? You try to find that click, man. What a clicky country, aren't we? Clicking away. We used to build things. Now we're just clicking away. We sold our soul in this country. But who will save your soul? Yep. Yesterday we woke up, it was 3 degrees, then 5 degrees, and then finally at 11:30 I got to run these guys and it was like 14 or 15 degrees. I'm like, that's good enough. Usually below, I don't know, 7 degrees or 8 degrees, I try to let it warm up. You know, their feet get cold. I don't put booties on them. So they don't even realize their feet are cold till we're way out there in the fields, wind blown and frostbitten. Then we realize we're all out of our element, but it's too late at that point. So you got to watch the temps a little bit. When I lived in town, people would yell out their windows, yell at me for running my dogs in the winter out here. I'd be like, fuck off, they're huskies. They'd be like, fuck you. I'd be like, fuck you. You know, but they were right. Some mornings I was out there -20 running these guys. I was just out there when I first started the husky life. Yeah, true story. Normally we're not eating breakfast at 5 in the morning. It's not even 5 yet, but they're up, I'm up, we're doing it. We're a little different. We're on our own clock. We're on a biological time clock and it feels good. It's actually natural. I'm on a natural life cycle, that natural time cycle. Not a lot of people get to do it. But I've never been a sleeper. Like my sister Debbie, if you're here watching, that girl can sleep. She'll sleep with the fan on till 4 in the afternoon, or at least she used to. But anyways, middle of the day sleeping, That's just a sin, in my opinion. But I'm not a sleeper. Is my point. I have that metabolism. People always wondered, and it's like, yeah, just excited, man. I have a element of excitement in my blood. What's up? What? What? I thought you want to go out. You handsome guy. Oh, I love you too. Oh, she's milking it. I know it's going. Oh, here, let me give. I do have something for you guys. I didn't clean up that big puddle. Let's give the dog some more loving. Add to our not losing weight. Here, here. Leave her alone. The one dog's just waiting for her tuna. Anyways, too much talking for 5 in the morning. Let's get right here down to business. Double latch. We could talk about my wood stove some more. This girl's about a week old, brand new, and it's different, man. It's the same stove, same everything, but I knew immediately it was a little different. Point being, the box, it's just, I don't know if it's something's different about the inside. The draw's different, the burn time's different, the way it burns different. For sure the draw is different, and the heat factor so far is different. Careful what you wish for. You know what I mean? Don't fix it if it's not broken, I guess, is the old saying. You know what I mean, guys? I got a dog, his name is Jed. Sorry. Keep reading the one comment I got today. Man, awesome. Where's Marie today, this morning? Oh, tuna time for you. Let's go. Let's go. There you go, love. Shall we begin? Yes, Lisa. Is the water warm enough? Yes, Lisa. I think the first social media that has, well, I mean, I guess you can go live together. But I mean, every time, like if you're watching somebody, that means you're joined up and live with them. But how would you see so many people? That would be the thing. If you were popular and had 1 million people, you couldn't keep up with who you're looking at. That's why I don't design these things. Dumb idea. Cancel that one. I just thought it'd be cool if you could act. I mean, that's what I guess FaceTime is. You know. But I'm just saying, I bet you it goes a lot further than what it is now. Like in 20 years, what will social media be? It'll probably be like a 3-dimensional thing where you actually come into the room you're in, like a big, like just all of a sudden appear. You know what I mean? Come out of a cloud. It's already, look at what's gone on in 100 years. From the farming, the agricultural industry till now. You know what I mean? Back when we used to farm and can and preserve our food, you know what I mean? That's why our ancestors used to live till they were 100. What do they give? They give the average man now till he's 72, I think is the average life expectancy. 72? Dang. That's a flash in the pan. Blink of the eye. 72. Yep, there she is, guys. This is my flex, if you will. This is my whole flex. This is the whole show. This is Running Wind Adventures. Like I said, if I chose one item in life, it wouldn't be a solar panel. It wouldn't be a water well. It would be this. I mean, in this location, where I'm at right now, right here. I'm not talking about if I lived in Florida, I would choose a wood stove for my one item. Why wouldn't I choose the water well? Because I live in Michigan and there's water within a mile every direction I walk up here. It's not in my yard, but I mean, if I dug deep enough, it'd be in my yard. But my point is, there's lakes and streams and rivers everywhere up here, so I choose to stay warm. This would be my light source, my cooking source, my heat source. And quite honestly, if you had the little fan that's next to it, that's generated just by the heat itself, I don't know how it does it, but once it gets hot, the fan starts moving. Anyways, that generates electricity, so you could actually generate electric from this thing. Wouldn't that be cool? Well, sounds like she's empty. Sounds like you licked her clean, Pad Thai. Let's see. Oh, yeah, bone dry. Well, good job. You got it? Look at, there's the other one. She just licked bone dry. Bear's eating his bone. Belle, you're eating Chef Coon's bowl of food while Daddy's not watching. That's what I try to avoid, but it's so hard. You know what I mean? I set a bowl down for everybody. I turn around. Her bowl's gone, and she's working on somebody else's. That's just, you got to be in the mindset to be always looking, and I'm not really, that ain't where I'm at, really. Didn't want to do that every second of my life, you know, guarding dog bowls, but anyways, husky psychology, the illicit response. I'm going to write a book called The Illicit Response. Why not? It's all we are is we're all the same. My analogy, birds in a nest with our mouths wide open, waiting for mommy to drop a worm. Just like eager, very eager, you know, way too eager. Like Igor. Igor. I can say that exactly how my uncle used to call me. Uncle Raj used to call me Igor my whole life. Igor. Just like that. That's funny. I love Uncle Raj so much. He was basically my, you know, my, I don't know how to say it, but we were buddies. Let's just say that. But a lot of people thought my Uncle Roger was crazy. Ooh, woo! Yeah, to keep it real. And my old man, my father, my blood father, my dad, Freddie, he always says, "You're just like your uncle." How would you know? And I say, "Thank you," is my first thing. My first response, I'm like, "Thank you." So I happen to idolize Uncle Roger, so that's a compliment, even though it wasn't meant to be, you know. But yeah, I had a cool uncle, man. I had a lot of cool uncles. I still got a, what do I have? Uncle Mike's still alive. Yeah, Uncle Mike. I've got another uncle, but I don't even need to say his name. He never liked us much. But yeah. What about you guys? I've got a dog. His name's Jed. Tell you what, I don't know if you noticed. That's the difference. I burned through the damn wood all night last night. Our temps last 2 days are down to. Normally, when I wake up, my piles are still like up here. But like I said, I stayed up to keep this place warm last night. But quite honestly, I could resolve that in 30 seconds. The answer, plug my fan in and put it at the other end of the cabin and blow it this way. You would think bring it down here and blow the warm air that way. Nope. Because the cold air is prominently coming from this way, the doors and the windows. So if you turn it and blow it this way, it draws that cold air towards this, and then the cabin's so small that it just recirculates it back over in front. Anyways, because for the longest time I was blowing it this way and it wasn't doing crap. I'm like, why isn't it heating this place? Then I flipped it around. I'm like, within 10 minutes we were sweating. But that's why I'm not doing that, because the Huskies can't stand it when it's hot in here. Too hot for the boys and girls. End of that story. So we keep it cool. Like I told you, I say cool, but we keep it, I'd say 70 at the most. Definitely never hot in here. But my wife doesn't like hot either, and neither do I. We're kind of weird. For living down south like we did, I'd rather be cool than hot, to be honest. Cool, you have the option to get hot. You can put a coat on, you can layer up, but hot, you're just hot. Now what? I'm hot. Here I am, hot. That's exactly how my wife says it too. Hot. She's sometimes to the point, keeps it sweet and simple. Hot. I'm like, I hear you, honey. Hot. I'm hot too. You ready? Oh, sorry, baby. Daddy, shut up, Daddy. Talk too much. Talk too much. This is Bella. She's basically the boss of the house. The king of rock. A hood Jabbar. She runs around the street, robbing people on the block. Nah, that's not her style. Let's go look at the moon again, see where she's at. Wow. Brisk, 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 brisk. Wow, tell me that's not a moon phase. Silent sigh. Why are the stars right there? Why are they always there? Why are they perfectly aligned? Why did they get placed right where they're at? If it's a planet, why are the planets? Why are we right here, right in the exact same spot? Like, why isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of questions, damn it, that will never get answered. Too cold for me to stand out there and narrate. I'll love your mate. Try not to hate. The white black state, but I'm not going to narrate. Truck's running. Knock on it, baby. Get that fixed up Wednesday. Oh, that's why I don't leave these on the floor, because Daddy's blind and these things are crystal clear and see-through. And normally I'm barefoot and normally I'm stepping on them. But who do I blame? Myself. Who put them there? Me. Who didn't pick them up? Me. At least I know my weaknesses. What about you guys? If I was embarrassed of me, and the things I say and the way I live, do you think I'd be live every day showing you my mistakes? No. It's because this old boy don't care. Come as you are, man, in life. One thing I can say, God made you perfect. So, there you go. Perfect for who you need to be and what you are. I don't mean like, perfect in all manners, but there were no mistakes when you were born. Make that clear. Therefore, the good Lord's the only one you need to please anyways. Oh, wow, she's coming in. That's how cold it is. Normally she's out for an hour first thing in the morning, but it's cold out there. Good girl. Come on, love. Yeah, it's cold on the feet. That's why we're not walking right this time. Dismiss that. Hi, girl. Booyah. Booyah. That's my beautiful girl was. Anyways, well, I'm happy and glad to be alive. What about you guys? What about my haters? How are my haters doing today? Loving my mater, try not to hate her, the white and black stater, the animal eater, and a guilt debate. And Esseray, liberate, we're gonna fascinate, we better recreate and try to annihilate. Atomic fate, the white black state, a guilt debate. I said an Esseray, we better liberate, fascinate, recreate, annihilate, the atomic fate, the white blast state, and the animal you ate. We all rotate comes in there somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't know the verses anymore. That's from the 80s, man, but I know a couple of the words still. But I'm not out here rehearsing the versing. Well, like they say, if you want it done right, find somebody that knows how to do it. Woo! That's Chad Velazquez's original right there. Thank you. I should quote that. I just did. Don't try to steal it either. I don't want to see that on Facebook. I don't want to see nothing on Facebook. I don't even like looking at my painting company on Facebook. It's like, I'm just never been a Facebook guy. And matter of fact, if I didn't have Shopley, I'd probably say delete Facebook again. Like there's just I get absolutely zero gain from basically all my social media besides YouTube. YouTube, I don't know, even with 0 people, who's here? Yeah, I don't even look at my number because usually there's nobody watching. Sometimes I get some popping lives, but it's like during a snowstorm or, you know what I mean? It's got to be like a very earthquake or somebody's jumping out of a building on fire. Then I can get some people, but I'd say once every 2 times a month I get a good live stream. That's the algorithm, and but I already know I'm not worth watching and stuff. But my point is, I love YouTube. That's my point. It's a video journal. I used to write down everything. As you know, I'm a talker. I sit here and talk my ass off. But now I don't have to write it down. I just record everything. It's like vlogging for me. And again, if nobody's here, awesome. If somebody's here, cool. When you love yourself, it doesn't much matter. Comfortable alone, comfortable in my skin. You know what I mean? That's who you have to be in life. You can do bad all by yourself. You know what I mean? I can do bad all by myself. Anyways, I'm excited. feel excited for the opportunity every day to wake up and do whatever it is you're going to do. But the opportunity is there, and that's where the excitement comes in. I don't care where we live, where we're at. I just have that sensation when I wake up in the mornings. Ask anybody. Can't explain it. My wife says I act like I'm a millionaire. I said I kind of feel like I'm a millionaire. I'm the richest poor guy you'll ever meet. Take that as a compliment, you know what I mean? Act a millionaire. Well, if you want to be, I don't want to be a millionaire. That's never been where I'm on my knees praying to the Lord. Lord, can I please be a millionaire? Never, ever would I say that or ask that. But, a few bucks here and there, no problem. But monetary wealth isn't something that I focus on too much ever. Since I've been married for 15 years, I focus on it a little bit more, but I still don't have it. No point in focusing on it. Let's go, man. Let's go. You guys got money? Good for you. That's awesome. How's it feel? Probably feels good. I don't know what it feels like. A few bucks here and there. I've had a couple small chunks. My mom's had a couple nice chunks of money in her life. You know what I mean? Like, however she acquired them. Like, working hard primarily. She just retired a couple years ago working in a shop down in Tennessee. She was there for, I honestly don't know. I would say 8 years, 10 years, her last job. Working at a shop. Don't quote me. Could be 5 years. It was over 5 years, but she worked there until she shrunk up to a pea the size of nothing. They had her wearing a mask. She's a little lady, 70 years old, and they had her wearing a mask, working on a machine, and she loved her job and loved the people, and that's who my mom is, but it just took the best out of her, man. Especially during COVID and all that. They were working like 7 days, 6 days. No, I'm sorry. She would work 14 days straight, and then they'd give her a day off. Like, they were killing her at one point. That wasn't every cycle, but a lot of cycles would be like that. And then often it would be like work 7, 8 days straight and get a day off. It was just so inconsistent. All during wearing a mask, in a factory at 70-something years old, being a chain smoker. You know what I mean? Fuck, my mom's always worked harder than me. She's a fucking worker. My wife, too. Make that clear. My wife could have a paved road all the way to heaven made out of gold, and she's still out there shoveling, and not literally shoveling snow, but she will never stop. That's her ethic. Thai culture, she's a chef. That's what she does. She's out there cooking always. Cooking at work, cooking at home, cooking at the church that we cater at, cooking at houses, catering for people, cooking online for her business. Like, really? Cooking when you sleep, cooking when you eat, cooking when you cook, cooking when you cooking up a storm. That's the term. Bless her heart. We jumped off that horse quick as hell. I'm like, slow down, horsey. Daddy's not geared up like that. Ooh, woo! I said that again yesterday. I said, I'm not designed for stress. I am not designed for stress. Ask anybody. This guy and stress don't go hand in hand. Stress means somebody's getting fucked up. Excuse my French. I don't need the stress. You know what I mean, guys? Stressing me. Some people manage stress great. My buddy Tim Shepard, I love you, brother. That dude manages stress great. I remember we were in my 1967 Chevy van, our first season at Yellowstone in 1995. Tim and I drove my van from Michigan to Yellowstone, but like dumbasses, we decided to take a shortcut and go through the Bighorn Mountains of Wyoming to get to Yellowstone. We went through the east entrance. Or, no, I'm sorry, the south entrance or whatever it is. Google it. It's not the main entrance in the east. It's the backside. We were like, let's go through the backside. And we sure enough did. We made it in the Bighorns in my van, my old hippie van, a 1967 Chevy van. And we're driving up there and we have all the warnings, big blizzard up, stop, you better not go. And we're just like, well, we're already close, let's go. The roads weren't closed, but there were warnings, and we went up there, man, and got caught in a blizzard in the Bighorns, and we made it almost to the top in that old van, and we got stuck right about at the top, and we just stopped right there and pulled over, and everybody that came past us in four-wheel drive said, just stay in your vehicle, somebody will be up. But anyways, long story short, we got about, I'm saying 3 feet of snow. We got snowed in. The plows actually had to through and push to the side like all the snow and rearrange because we're not too far off the road. We waited till morning. They came and we had to dig ourselves out, and yeah. Anyways, but the point was my buddy's stress management during the whole thing. This guy was calm as calm could be. You know what I mean? I guess I was the driver and I had more responsibility and stuff, but Tim never sweat, never, like during that whole ordeal. He was just, now he's a sheriff, Tim Shepard, my buddy, downstate. And actually, when he got interviewed to be a sheriff, they called me. I was one of the guys that he wrote down on his resume to call. And we talked for half an hour during the interview. Not Tim and I, but talking to the sheriff, they called me and I said, Tim is the perfect candidate for you guys. He's already financially secure, so he's not even going into being a police officer for money. The dude was a successful artist. He became a police officer roughly 10 years ago, I think. But before that, he's a phenomenal artist and he did everything right in his life. So he's already had a successful career in art down in University of Michigan and all that. But anyways, so fast forward in it, they called me and I said, Tim is your man. If you know what I mean, he's composed. He's like, just everything about him. His demeanor's there. He's a family man. He's just like, he's a friend of all friends. He's somebody you could lean on. And I tell you, I would give you everything I have to say, Tim's your candidate. And yeah, that felt good to be able to say that. And it was an honor. I was also his best man in his wedding, but I love Tim, man. But yeah, he's a sheriff now, but it's amazing how some people's characteristics, finishing the story off, are nothing but calm. And like my neighbor Steve, he's got that demeanor too. He's just like well equipped. You know what I mean? Like certain people, they just have that calm. Like me, I'm like coming out swinging. You know what I mean? Like a little bit more not even keeled like some people. But I have my own attributes that God gave me. You know what I mean? So, but it's just amazing like how some people are. And Tim Shepard is one of those calm, well-structured people. When my neighbor Steve's got it in him, you know what I mean? Some people have it. And that's the thing, man. You got to love yourself for what you have. You got to focus on what the good Lord gives you. Not everybody has the same attributes, but I promise you, you're perfect the way you need to be. You just got to notice and realize what your imperfections are and what your strengths are in life. You know what I mean? But anyways, hope you're doing good. Who's in, who's out? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got tuna bowls to clean. I got floors to clean, rugs to shake, kitty litters to clean. I got to sweep, I say sweep, but shovel the porch. I got to shovel the walkway. I got to shovel out to the RV, make sure the cats can get in and out of there. That usually gets, that's usually a nightmare out there. Uh, and then we didn't get a storm, so I don't have to snow blow the driveway. And then then that's just to get out of the door. Then I got to cut on my wood for the day, and I'm running low on water, so I got to go to Gaylord and buy our drinking water. I'll buy probably 100 gallons of that, and then we get about another 100 of not drinking water to do our stuff. You know what I mean? Load our tank, so to speak, and then it's never ending. Then I got to clean the roof, clean the icicles so they don't fall on the animals. Those things falling are like 100 pounds and will kill you. We have a metal roof, so battling the icicles are like a challenge, a daily challenge. The average metal roof owner probably doesn't worry about it, but I have 4 huskies that are always circling the cabin nonstop. That's their route, is going around the cabin. And when these clunks of ice, when these sheets of ice fall, it's usually half of the roof, the length of this roof, and that's over 1,000 pounds that are falling. Not to mention sharp and sheer and straight, like, those things are like, straight pinnacles. Stalagmites, basically. Stalagmites. Anyways, I'm excited. You can hear it in my voice. Jesus is the King. God bless you guys, man. Hope you guys have your excitement in life. Hope you wake up and there's something that sparks something for you. There's always going to be an element that sucks in our lives. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here just saying, oh, I'm fucking out here farting rainbows. I've got a lot of work every day, and my wife works hard, and yeah, we work. I don't want to sugarcoat it. This life doesn't come super easy at all. But how long can I tolerate it? I don't know. As long as my wife can tolerate it, but that boils back down to my dream isn't her dream. And it also boils back down to how long is it until your dreams come true. If you have that same dream for 20 frickin' years, by the time it comes true, you might not want that dream anymore. I manifested the cabin life when I was a kid, way before social media had the cabin life on it. I promise you that. But this also isn't my first rodeo in cabin life. I lived in a miner's cabin in Breckenridge, Colorado, 14,000 feet up in a cabin. It's up at French Gulch. I just told this story, but I'm telling you again. Anyways, we froze our balls off. My girlfriend and I say balls, but anyways, that's the coldest I've ever been in my life, living in Breckenridge, Colorado. It's so cold, the air is crystals. True story. The air particles are crystals. You're breathing in like crystals. It burns your throat. That's how cold Breckenridge is. And we didn't live in the town. Town is like 9,000 feet. We were up French Gulch. Our house was up a miner's gulch. They call them gulches because they get dredged out. Back in the day, they were dredged and gulched. But I think the true term of gulch is in between 2 hills, the valley, and it goes up, and that's naturally where the gold laid. So that's naturally where they dredged. But I lived a half a mile away from the Tommy Boy mine. The Tommy Boy mine in the 1800s was the second largest discovery of a single gold nugget in the United States. It's called the Tommy Boy Nugget. It's still available in one of the museums to see right now to this day. You can Google it right now. And I lived a half a mile where I walked the trail that they found it on. The funniest thing is they didn't even find it in the mine. They found it on the road. It was in a tailing. One of the miners was walking up and down the road, and one of the tailings, the gold nugget was so big, it shitted out the tailing. It didn't even catch it. And this miner was just walking home from his shift. As the story goes, we're talking about the Tommy Mine up French Gulch in Breckenridge, Colorado. The nugget's on display right now in one of the museums in the United States. Anyways, he just found that walking, you guys. Isn't that crazy? Walking home from mining nuggets that you can't even see. Most of the dust, most of the things gold mine isn't what people think. People have this preconceived notion that you're mining nuggets. No, you're not. You're mining dust, and then you get so much dust it accumulates. In general, of course, you get nuggets and pickers and clunkers and the other things, but yeah, man, I lived right up that gulch in Breckenridge. It's the coldest I've ever been, but it was living in history, man. Our cabin, you had to basically not crawl in it, but you had to duck down in there to get in the cabin. And then once you're in it, it's tall enough to walk around in it. But boy, I had a cool life, and I'm still living, but I've never had a comfortable life. Like everywhere I've lived, I've never had luxuries. Like working in the parks, living in the van life, living up in the cabins, living on the islands, living here. It's always, everything's like never came easy where I've lived, but I've lived in amazing places. So it's been the trade-off, you know what I mean? Yeah, I lived up in Breckenridge, Colorado, but I literally froze daily. We froze, man. It was so freezing up there. Next level freezing, like living on Mount Everest freezing, you know? The air's pink in Breckenridge. I just can't explain Breckenridge. It's there in Breckenridge. There's, what is it, 12 peaks that are 14,000 feet, or 8 peaks or something. And French Gulch is on your way to one of them, if that explains it. So it's just like mind-blowing cold up there. After we moved and my girlfriend and I broke up and her mom moved to Hawaii, and the town of Breckenridge sold the community, or something happened, and they bulldozed all the old miners' cabins, true story, and put in townhomes. It's like, oh my gosh. They paved the road. They just destroyed the whole valley, or whatever you want to call it, for condominiums, for people to come up and ski, and all the yuppies to come and live in their, no offense, everybody's got to live and everybody's got to have a style. Who am I to say yuppie? But you know what I mean? That's rude of me to say. It's like everybody needs to live. So what if you want to dress nice and be nice and have nice things? I'm not mad at you. So I'm sorry for even saying yuppie, but whoever moved in, they bulldozed the old cabins down, and out with the old and in with the new. And, we drove up there. I took my sister and my stepmom and like a couple other people. We rented a car at my sister got married, and one of my sisters got married. They lived in Denver at the time. I have 2 sisters that are doing really, really awesome, that live in Golden, Colorado. One's a doctor, and one is an was a fingerprint for the FBI crime scene investigator, but now she's doing something else special, but I'm not going to disclose any of that. But I've got two sisters that are rock stars, basically. One's a full-fledged vet doctor, like the doctor of an office, my sister Nikki. And then my other sister, Debbie, a.k.a. Mama Dukes, she's doing awesome, too. She's a UFC fighter. She weighs in at about 155, coming out swinging. Woo! So, yeah. That's how we do it in our family. I have 3 sisters and no brothers. What about you guys? Do you guys have siblings? I haven't even checked the temperature yet to see if we're walking in the morning or what we're doing. We're walking. You can count on that. We just don't know when. Last couple mornings it's been, well, no, just yesterday was a little bit later. Morning before that we were walking early. Hell, last year we were walking at 3 in the morning, but it wasn't 0 degrees. It was like 20 degrees and beautiful powder mornings and bright out. I'm like, oh yeah, we're out there. I love those mornings out here in Michigan. It's like the moon, not even necessarily the moon, but after a fresh snowfall, in general, it's not in the zeros. It's, 10 degrees, for example, or whatever it is, but you can run anywhere you want out here. It's bright, bright. That's what we like. It's like magical almost. There's an essence in the air. It's like when you're out there, it's just super cool. Guess that's why I've been in this area so long. It's like there's a certain Mother Earth is beautiful, and there's this. She doesn't let us down up here either. Make that clear. There's a certain magical element up here. A couple spots in the world like that I've been and experienced. Glenwood Springs, Colorado is one of them. And not to sound just like so cliche, like, of course, well, that's Glenwood. But I'm talking about earth-wise and with take the people away and being able to be there long enough to absorb Mother Earth, basically. So Glenwood with all the hot springs and Magic Mountain right there and Red Mountain right there and all the folklore of all the native fairy tales, not even fairy tales, true story with all the natives in Glenwood and all the, Doc Holliday was buried in Glenwood Springs, all the, with the Western gunfights in Glenwood, and Glenwood's a truly magical spot. And then Venice Beach, cutting through Arizona. Of course, I want to say Sedona, but it minus the people. If you could go through Sedona at 3 in the morning and just hop out of your car and or go on a country road somewhere close to Sedona, even in the Four Corners, Utah, that's magic. If you're the Arches and the Sandstone Hills, and it's straight up magic, especially in the morning hours, void of the people. If you're out camping in the desert out there, that's nothing less than magic. We used to live for months out in those deserts, harvesting sage, white sage. Ask anybody in my life. I used to be the guy that would bring sage all the way back out east where I'm at now, but this is when I lived out west. I would harvest sage for months, bundle it up, and bring it to all my family. My family still has sage that I brought from the 90s. True story. My dad and Sandy still have my big sage bundles from the 90s that I wrapped up beautifully and used to sell at all the stores on my path. I used to be that guy. I used to make jewelry, and that's what we do. My girlfriend Ina taught me how to make jewelry. We used to sit in Venice Beach and make hundreds of... I'm up there like that, but it's a good, one thing I carried with me is I could go right now back to Venice and sell my art, my jewelry, and on the way there, bundle up some sage, and I'll go to Venice and make $300-400 a day right now, today. Even on a windy day. My thing is, knock on wood, God bless, I've been so blessed, but I've never had a 0 day in Venice, ever. I've never been skunked on Venice Boardwalk. I've always able to bundle a sage or a necklace or a painting. I have never had a 0 day in Venice, and that's just my running thing. I don't let it happen. You know what I mean? Way too good of a salesman. But I'm also not afraid to sell a painting for $10. If it's the end of the day and I haven't sold anything and I need to eat, I'll sell a 6-foot painting for $10 because tomorrow's a new day and it's just something that came from within anyways. You know what I mean? All I did was paint it and make it. It just came from where did it come from? My imagination. Didn't cost me anything. Time's free. Hell yeah, I'll take $10. It's just a scenario, but it's the salesman in me basically. I used to go door to door sales when I lived in LA, selling nuts from business to business with my roommates. But before that, we all worked at a company. That's how I met my roommates. I worked at a company called WWI, Wholesale Warehouse Industry. And they were prominent in Southern LA and in San Bernardino and Southern California, basically. But LA was the hub. They had a warehouse full of, well, they had various warehouses in various locations. Ours was the nut part of it, but they had Bibles and books. They had like appliance, and these were door to door. People would carry like one blender door to door trying to sell this. We were hardcore, man. I was the nut avenue of it. 100 different varieties of peanuts, butter toffee peanuts, butter toffee almonds, butter toffee cashews, spicy oriental mix, unsalted organic raw mix, cashews, pistachios. Literally, we had 100 varieties. We'd have to drive to the warehouse at like 500 vendors. That was the management part of it. So they instilled the management part of you, that they instilled the sales part of it. It was the best job I've ever had in my life. Not lucrative wise, but what it instilled. I was a kid when I did door to door sales in LA. Selling nuts in LA? Are you kidding me? People, like half the people laughed at you. You know, going like in Hollywood selling, it's nothing but movie stars and successful people and successful businesses. You know, it's not like when you're on Rodeo Drive going into a business, these businesses are dealing with no skin, and you go to the next business. Eventually, business buys one bag of nuts that you made $1 on. We were averaging $1 to $1.50 a bag. So how many bags would you have to make in a day to sell in a day? So literally, you have to see 300 to 500 businesses a day to make your quota for the day. My quota was usually $100. If I made $100, sometimes I could do it in 4 hours. But after 3 years of doing that with the company, we quit the company and went to the warehouse ourselves and started our own business in our garage. And that's when we made a killing. The band I was in, Bottom 12, we just did our own business and printed our own, had it in our garage, man. And we had our routes already established because we did it for the last 3 years. Just because you knew your guaranteed drop. A lot of the agencies have like 75. A lot of the agencies have like 75 people when you walk in there, a cubicle, and all you'd have to do is go there and say, "Hey, the nut guy's here," and they'd all come right up to you and line up. That's called a drop. And I had like 40 of those a day. After 3 years, I worked my ass off to establish that clientele. Believe me. But yeah. Anyways, that's my nut story. Carson City is where I worked. Carson City is where we had to go to get the nuts. That was the main warehouse. But we would also use Trader Joe's in the middle of the day. So if you're out in the field, for example, and you run out of something, you could run to any of the Trader Joe's and get your per pound price, basically, because that's all the game was, is you need to get cashews for $1.99 a pound or less, because you're selling them for basically $3.99 for 8 ounces. Therefore, you get your dollar profit per pound. You want to sell them, divide by 4s, you know what I mean? And then hopefully make $2 to $3 per. That's how it was, a numbers game, man. That's all it was. doing that. But before that, when I was 12, I had a Detroit Free Pass when I lived in Saginaw, Michigan. Uh, Waking up at 3 in the morning when you're 12 years old doing newspapers, that was pretty magical. Nobody was out. I loved that. That's another reason I stay up all night. I've always been an all-nighter. I love doing my artwork at night. I'm just that guy. I love If I don't stay up all night, I'm up early. Never been a sleeper. That'd be my sister and my other family members who can sleep. Her kid Scott, my nephew Scott, and Mary, both of my sister's kids, my sister Debbie's kids, and my sister Debbie, not talking about Nikki and Mandy. But those kids can sleep. They're just sleepers, calling them. They work hard. I'm not taking that from them. But when it's time to sleep, they get their sleep on. Right, sister? Love ya. That girl, Mama Dukes, can sleep. Mama Dukes is my sister's Debbie's name. Why do they call her Mama Dukes? Because she throws down. She fights. She's out there. I didn't give her that name. She named herself that, or somebody named her that. So just for the record, that's self-titled name. Here's me in all my glory, running fucking wind, running on empty, running away. I don't know the words, but I was close. Just round them up, round them down, round them down. How y'all doing? Got one person here. No comments, not a big live stream. Normally, what does it say? 5 minutes? Oh, did I get shut off? Yeah, okay. Started me over. New stream. Anyways. God made me, so I can't be wrong. You know what I mean? Same with you guys. Just so you know, you're beautiful. You guys are absolutely beautiful. Every single one of you. That's up to you if you look in the mirror and you're not happy, but fuck that. I don't care what I look like. Yellow teeth, chipped tooth, baggy, saggy. Come as you are, baby. God made me, so I must be perfect in some manner. You know what I mean? I don't mean it like, wow, this guy's perfect. Prim and proper? No, thank you anyways. And I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses. Queen, I didn't write that one either. Queen, baby, queen. All right, well, I'm excited. I've got that. It's got to be Christianity. I mean, I know it's Christianity, but that's the only thing I can think of why I'm so excited every morning. But boy, I just have an element of excitement right now. I just can't explain it. Wish I could explain it better. Like I said, my wife says, you act like a millionaire. When I say I feel like a millionaire, that's all I can do. Like she can't explain it. I can't explain it. Happy guy, I guess. Happy guy. Excited guy. I'm not happy with the way my eyes are baggy, but you know, we have fucking 9 animals. We live in a box. You know, I have allergies. I have pollens, hay fever. I have blue eyes. My eyes are susceptible to that anyways. I had surfer's eye in LA from swimming and bodyboarding and boogie boarding, and so I have surgery on my eyes when I lived in LA because the water was so contaminated. True story. I got LA. There's a thing for it they call it in LA. I forget what it is. Surfer's eye or some shit. but that wasn't fun. But this eye's never been the same since then. Well, we're out there. When I was a kid, out there just LA, swimming in the water, splashing, having fun, and come to find out the next beach south, Long Beach, which is a chemical manufacturing city. They used to, in the day, used to just have a big pipe. The pipe's still there. Actually, the pipe sticks out right in the surf, and people, it's like it's called breakwater out there. And when certain surfs come, it hits the pipe and it kicks off a right, just one wave that goes to the right. They call them a right or a left. It kicks off a right, and you can go about a mile surfing this one wave. But anyways, that pipe used to release all the chemicals into the ocean before there were guidelines from the government. Back in the day, they would just let bombs off in the ocean. But why looking at me, I don't know. My eye, I was talking about. But yeah, wasn't aware of that size in my eye from swimming in the LA water. True story, people. And then some of the locals are like, well, yeah, you're look where you're swimming. You're in Venice, man. You're not in like the tropics. But nastiest water I've ever seen in my life was Central America. The lakes, Lake Adelon, and the lakes where all the volcanoes all are. There's oh my Lord, I've never seen so much garbage. There's islands of garbage floating in the lakes out there. Beautiful, tropical, crystal clear water, but miles and miles of garbage. They don't have a garbage system. People just throw it out the window, and it's the worst thing I've ever seen, besides the starving animals. And I'll leave it at that. Some vacations aren't vacation. Once you get there, you're like, holy hell, take me home, sweet country road, to a place where I belong, West Virginia. Sometimes you get back to the States and you're like, damn, kiss the ground, baby. I will say one thing. In general, the animals in the United States have it made. You go to other countries, and if they're not eating the dogs are half starving. I mean, everywhere we've traveled, like Asia in particular, Central America, these animals are emaciated, or whatever the word is. Not emancipated, emaciated, or whatever. A little early for big words, but starving. Sum it up. They're starving. I've got a dog. His name is Jed. Yes, sir. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Count your blessings, even though sometimes you got to dig deep, and it's always sunnier. You could ask me. I'm the guy. I'm used to be the guy for sure, but my wife kind of kicked it out of my ass. But where it's sunnier on the other side of the river, I've always been that guy. I'm here, but I want to be there. I've always been that guy. Pack up and go. I've given away furnished apartments more than once. I've got one buddy, I can go to his house right now, and he has half my shit from back in the day. Mirrors. He still has house plants that I gave him in the 80s. Call that hoarding. I'm not going to say any names. You know who you are. But my wife's friend has another furnished apartment that we gave. My wife and I just up and left and said, hey, here's a full house full of stuff. Couches, chairs, plants, pictures, tables, microwaves, everything. Whoever wants it can have it. And we give the keys to the landlord. We're gone. I recommend everybody do that once in life. Just give away everything you own. It's the most liberating feeling you ever have in your fucking life, being free of possessions. I've been free of possessions my whole life. I still don't own nothing. You know what I mean? What you see right now is more than I've ever owned in the last 25 years. True story, ask anybody. I own now I own 2 guitars. We have stuff now. More stuff than I've wanted ever. They're just things, is my point. They're things that you're not bringing to heaven with you. What's for breakfast? I'm going oatmeal. I got it. The wife's shopping today for us. She's going to load us up too. Normally I say don't load this fridge up. We have a fridge in the RV and a fridge in here. And we have one we do meats and freezes, and one one's bigger than the other one. But our vegetables, we don't, it's because, it's every other day, basically. We like to freshen up with juice, milk, creamer for coffee, and our veggies at least every other day, maybe every third day, no less than third day. But anyway, she's going to load us up today. We're going to load both fridges and freezers. And now it's cold enough out where I've got coolers outside. I could freeze, if we want to freeze some whole fishes and whatever, fish fillets, or, you know what I'm saying? Frozen already food, frozen chicken breast, or anything frozen. Bags of frozen vegetables, for example. Anything that don't fit in my small fridge. We have 2 small, the RV fridge is actually bigger than our fridge in here. The RV fridge, believe it or not, the guy that we bought it from redid all the wiring in it, redid all the lighting in it, put in a new fridge, put in a new hot water on demand in it, put new flooring in it. He did a real good job. The kid did festivals and he lived in his RV, that RV. And so he made it livable, basically. He put the styrofoam ceiling, whatever you call it, installation all the way around, and then paneled on top of that. And so it was nice, what was my point? Oh, yeah, so that fridge is actually a 3/4 size, it's called. So, but again, my wife's got a lot of Thai stuff in there. She does Thai catering, so she can keep all her flowers and stuff that you don't want to basically to dry rot. You can keep in the fridge. Flour and yeast. We keep yeast in the fridge. Flour, yeast. What is another one that rice flours, wheat flour, the white flour, rice flour. She's a baker, so she uses a lot of flours. What's the other main ingredient? We got to get the wife going. She don't like much on camera, quite honestly. She does her social thing with cooking and stuff, but it's never really the camera. She just shows how-to videos, basically. But anyways, actually, yesterday she brought home something that she baked. It's these super thin wafers, I guess is the American way I would call them, but they're not called wafers at all. And don't let me detour you. My friend wants to order on her website, and it's all these names, how she says how her desserts, and they're in Thai. It's because her customers are Thai. Anyways, the words are they're not American words. And I said, well, basically it's a wafer. And she's like, no, it's not a wafer. I'm like, okay, well, how the hell can I explain it? It's a Thai dessert. It's not, there's no word for it in English, basically. But I call them wafers, but they're super thin. She makes them on wax paper. They're made out of chocolate. She puts almonds and nuts in a blender, puts that in there, and they come out paper thin, golden brown, just wafery thin, crispy. If you had a bowl of vanilla ice cream and you take one sheet of that and you crunch those sheets up, she crunches them up big and makes them into squares and for design work and stuff, but more for what's the word, decorative, but they're edible. is perfect description. She's carves pumpkins. My wife's got a true talent with cooking. But anyways, these chocolate wafer things are next level, especially on a bowl of vanilla ice cream, because the texture is crunchy and crispy with the nuts and the almonds and the chocolate. And oh, next level. That's my favorite dessert that she makes. Anyways, she made that last night and brought those home. I'm like, holy hell. Next level. Thank you, honey. And then the other one, which she don't make anymore, but at the other house, she always made them and sold them. It was, it's like, it's definitely a peanut sauce, sweet peanut caramel sauce, like a 3-layer chocolate cake with a caramel sauce with the nuts on top of it, but she melts that caramel sauce, and I don't know if it's caramel, peanut, whatever the hell. It's all everything combined and peanut sauce, and melts it on top of that 3-layer chocolate cake. Oh my Lord. It's Kanjana's Thai cuisine. If you guys want to ever look it up, whoever watches these videos, if anybody ever does. Kanjana's Thai cuisine is her desserts. Anyways, that one is next freaking level. But I got to ask her to make it special batches for that. Actually, my stomach's growling right now, talking about food. I'm looking behind me, what I'm going to eat. Slim pickings here right now. It's grocery day today. Anyways, I've been talking, happy. Just talking my butt off here.